Hey, welcome back to another episode of Calculus. This time around, we're gonna evaluate functions. So we have a function here, f of x is equal to 5x minus 2. We're gonna evaluate it at those specific values that they give us up here, f of 0, f of 1, 3, negative x, a plus h. So let's do them one at a time. So what's f of 0? F of 0 would be what? So we know it's going to be 5. So the difference between f of x and f of 0, in place of x, they have a 0. So that's the same thing we're going to do here. So every time we see x, we're going to replace it by 0. And that's it. So f of 0 is 5 times 0. We replace the x by 0 minus 2. So that was the original function. 5 times 0 minus 2 is equal to what? 5 times 0 is 0 minus 2 is equal to negative 2. So that's f of 0. Now, what is f of, let me use a different color. What is f of 1? F of 1. The same way we did for f of 0, we're gonna replace the x, just like they did here. We're gonna replace the x by a 1. So f of 1 is gonna be 5 times 1 minus 2. What is 5 times 1 is 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Let's continue. So what is f of, let me scroll the screen up for a little bit. Let's use a different color again. Green this time. What is f of 3? F of 3, same way, 5 times, every time we see x, we're going to replace it by 3. 3 minus 2. So 5 times 3 is 15 minus 2. 15 minus 2 is 13. Let's use a different color, orange this time. What is f of negative x? F of negative x is, in place of x, we're going to replace that by negative x. 5 times, instead of x, we're going to have negative x minus 2. What is 5 times negative x? That's negative 5x. And let me do this. Negative 5x minus 2. We already had minus 2 here. So that's f of negative x. What's f of a? Let's scroll up for a little bit. F of a. So as you can already imagine, in place of x, we're going to replace x by a. In purple, f of a is equal to 5a, not a 0. 5 times, in place of x, I'm going to put an a minus 2, which is going to give me 5a minus 2. And you get this by now. So let's do the last one. F of a plus h. Let's do it in pink. Darker pink. F of a plus h is equal to 5 times a plus h. So in place of x, I replace that by a plus h minus 2, because we already had the minus 2 here in the equation. It's 5x minus 2, so minus 2. So 5 times a plus h minus 2, that would be 5a plus 5h minus 2. And that's how you would do all of those. That's how you would do f of 0, 1, 3, negative x, a plus h. And I think this should make sense. And that was the original function, was f of x is equal to 5x minus 2. That's how you do these.